Hello there, Board Game Maniacs, and thanks for joining us for the first ever game playthrough of Night of the Living Dead by Cool Mini or Not, Guillotine Games, and Image 10. The first thorough gameplay we're playing is going to be just myself playing using all 6 characters that's recommended in the book. We're actually playing Scenario 1, What's Happening? It is rated easy with 45 minutes. You can see from the book on page 33, it shows you how to set the map up. It gives a little insert on what is going on, and the team of 6 is actually broken up into 2 different locations to start with to be interesting. And our main objective is one very simple one, but it's not simple at the same time, I'm thinking, and that is to barricade all windows and have no ghouls in the house. Once we do that, we win the game. So you can notice here the blue that is around the map here. These are all the windows that we have to barricade up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 windows that we have to barricade. We also, you can see the first party, which is going to consist of Ben and Barbara, start here outside the door on the step. And the second party, which we have Tom, Harry, Helen, and Judy, they start in the basement stairs, because it's kind of like in the movie where when they start they're actually just pretty much in the basement, and Tom and Barbara are kind of entering the farmhouse. It's a very small farmhouse. We got 2 stories and a basement, and pretty much we have to meet up and barricade all the windows to make it secure so that we can continue on. There's a couple special rules here that's on page 34, such as trusting each other. Any survivor giving the Winchester 9-4 starting equipment to another survivor with a recognized or trade action may switch to Zombicide mode. So if you get past the Winchester 94, or even if you pick it up, you go into Zombicide mode, because we're all starting in Romero Mode, starting this game off. Next special rules is equipment stash. The melee and range equipment decks can only be searched in the designated zones, only while in Zombicide mode. The Corpse Lady. The first time a survivor reaches the stair zone on tile 3R, all survivors in the zombie mode shift to Romero mode. A survivor standing in the zone has to spend 2 actions to remove the corpse. Until then, the zone beyond it cannot be searched. Makeshift barricades. This is the last special rule into Scenario 1. It states, open barricade tokens represent open passageways surrounded by wood that can be used to barricade the windows. Each barricade token straddles 2 zones and may be taken by survivors in any of these zones at the cost of a single action. Survivors may carry more than 1 barricade token at a time. They do not take up space in the inventory and may be traded as equipment. Board's equipment cards may be discarded to provide the survivor with a barricade token. No XP is gained. A survivor carrying a barricade token may spend 1 action to block a window in their zone. To do so, take a barricade token from the survivor's inventory and set it in enclosed position, across the window. The survivor earns 5 XP. You can see there I got the board all set up and ready to go. And we have Ben and Barbara that is on the step. We have 1 spawn zone in white, black and white right here. So when we're spawning, we have to start here and then go around. And we have another spawn zone here and another spawn zone right here. My board, I kind of hit it already. On top of that, you can see the Winchesters here. We have some debris that we can pick up to do barricades on. These are the other doors. Now, for the range and melee special deck, this is the melee special, and where it instructs us to put it, if I can pick it up, I don't really have any nails. Anyhow, they will go right here, which is kind of like into a little pantry or what have you. They're the melee special, and these are the range special weapons that go here This is a door that is broken. To get here, number one, you have to remove that as an action. Number two, there is a body. You can't really see it here, but we imagine there's a body here and it takes 2 actions to move it before we can go up here and search. And you have to be in Zombicide mode. You can't be in Romero mode to do the search. First time we get up here, actors are going to be switched to Romero mode if they're not already in Romero mode. And that's pretty much it. We have the house deck for when searching. We have the special weapons, I think. Special equipment. I know there's a special card in here that you'll only get if you had the Dead of Night expansion. And it does say here, very small print, the first survivor to kill a relative ghoul gets this card. Then the survivor may reorganize their inventory for free. And this is a really good card. I'm not going to spoil it until we get it. And these are the zombie spawn cards, I should say. And again, well, we start here, and we are going to go clockwise. And there's only 3 spawn zones. It seems like it will be easy, but if relatives come into the picture, it's not going to be that easy. And even breakers. We're all set up. We're ready to go. There's nothing else I really can say here except that if a relative comes on the board, everybody has to be in Romero mode until the relative is destroyed. And if you were in Zombicide mode before, you can switch back. Now, what I'm trying to plan on doing when we start the game, which is going to be in a couple of seconds, is we want to get this Winchester and start passing it around to everybody so that we can switch to Zombicide mode so we're all in color where we get all our actual powers, or better abilities, I should say. Now, one thing I did off camera is I went through the starter item cards and I just shuffled and gave one out each. So randomly, and we'll go over to see who has what. Starting off with Barbara, she has a table leg, and you can dual wield. With Judy, she has a claw hammer. Ben has a tire iron. Tom has a table leg. Harry has a crowbar, and Helen has a table leg. And without further ado, let's get on with the show. First player is going to be Barbara, and we're just going to keep going down the way I have the character holders in place. So we have Barbara, Judy, Ben, Tom, Harry, and then Helen, and we're just going to keep kind of going like that and passing one player token. But anyhow, starting off, Barbara is going first. She does have a table leg, but the first thing she wants to do is she's going to move into this zone right here for her first action. Her second action is she's going to pick up one of the debris, because on the other side, you can see there is barricades. But she's not going to barricade yet. We're going to leave that like that. And for her third action, she's going to search from the house deck. And she search, and she gets boards. And with these boards, it's a free action. What you can do is you can trade it in to get another barricade. Or you can discard to gain 3 XP if you want. And may be used in the backpack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard this right away, so I can get another token. Now there's unlimited of how many you can carry on your person. So that's it. So right now Barbara has 2 barricades that she can board up, but that's her 3 actions because she moved in, she picked up, and then she searched. So that ends her turn, and then we're going on to Ben. On to Ben's turn. He's going to do something very similar. He's first going to, excuse me, move into the zone for 1. Second action, he's closing the door. And the third action, he's going to also do a search. And he gets plenty of shells, you can see right there. And it does state on here, you may reroll once all attacks with weapons that use shells. Do no result replace the previous one may be used in the backpack. So you don't have to have this equipped. So Ben is going to put that in his backpack so he has it for future use. And on top of that, then that is it. He is done his 3 actions. Now we are going to go on to Tom. What's Tommy going to do? We're on to Tom's turn. So everybody's starting in blue, and because they are in Romero mode, they don't have any special abilities in blue. So I think what Tommy's going to do, because he really needs to get the Winchester and also board up. It's very important. So he can open this door right here if he wants to get a special melee weapon, but he's not going to do that. He's not worried about that yet. So all he's doing is he's going to... I'm going to move the camera a little bit. There we go. I think I can see a little more what he can do. So he's going up here for one action. And second action, he's picking up Barricades too as well. And his third action, he is going to pick up the Winchester 94. Since Tommy picked up the Winchester 94, the special rules in this scenario is when you pick it up, you can rearrange for free, and also you go to Zombicide mode. So he goes out from Romero, and he is in glory, and the only thing that is in this that is colored besides the board game. So anyhow, he is in Zombicide mode, and that was his third action. We're now on to Harry's turn. So Harry, he don't play well with others, but we're going to try to make Harry play well with others in this scenario. So I'm thinking what Harry is going to do is he's going to stay where he is. He's going to open the inside door for one. He is going to go in this little cubby hole for two. And then he's going to do a search into the special... Oh, he can't do that actually because he is not in Zombicide mode. He's only in Romero mode, so he can't do that. So forget what I said. So he didn't open the door or nothing. So Harry is going to go one, and he's going up to say, "Hey Tommy, can I borrow that gun for a minute if you don't mind? Like, I really think I can use it because I'm a really good shot." Tommy reluctantly goes, "Yeah, okay, Harry, go ahead, take it." So for his second action, he is going to pick up the Winchester 94 with Tom's approval, obviously. And it switches him to Zombicide mode 2 as well. So we're going to replace like so. And now, because he switched to Zombicide mode 2 as well, he has a blue ability, which is Taunt. We did go over this in one of the previous videos where I talked about all the characters and their abilities. And I forgot to mention that Tommy has Shove. For Harry's third and final action, he is going to move here. And that ends his activation. Helen's up now. So Helen looks at her husband, Harry, says, "Did you see your daughter?" She's in the basement. She's resting. We got to board these up. Come on, look what I got. I got this Winchester 94. We can go in the basement, lock it back up, and we'll protect ourselves. Helen don't like that. "Harry, stop being so silly. Give me that gun." So Harry, yes, dear, yes. So Harry gives the gun to Helen, who now is going to switch over to Zombicide mode because of the rules. So Helen goes, and she's got some katanas, some pretty heavy-duty katanas there. And she has a blue action, which is +1 free search action. So that was her first action she did. Her second action, she's going to search. And she gets flammable fluid. Discard along with the mason jar. The survivor receives a Molotov. May be used in the backpack. And I'm just going to show you that right there. Now the thing with this though, where Helen has this, she can pass them around if she wants to. Or she can pass the flammable fluid if she wants to. After she uses a little bit. The only way that you discard the flammable fluid is when you're making a Molotov. But if you're just going to take like your table leg and turn it into a flaming table leg, you still have the fluid. And that's what she's going to do. She's going to combine her table leg that she has with the flammable fluid to get a flaming table leg. By doing the combination action to get a more advanced weapon such as this torch, it don't cost an action. I just looked at the book just to make sure. So she got the torch too as well. So for Harry, what she did, her first action was trade the Winchester. Second action is search, so she has one more action left. And she's not carrying anything that can help her at all. So I'm just wondering, I think what Helen's going to do is she's just going to go up in the same zone with Tom. And that ends her activation. Now we're on to the zombie phase. Or ghouls, as they say in the movie and the book. You can see there's no ghouls on the board as of yet. So we go to the spawning of the ghouls. So we're going to grab, we always start with the black and white one. And the first one, we are in blue. We have 3 fatties. Now, some cards have like numbers on. The higher numbers are more difficult cards. I just combine them all together, just make it more challenging. So we have 3 fatties that we have to spawn right here, which is not that good because they are a power of 2, which is really, really scary. I'm just going to shuffle these cards up because Brady and I played off camera, and I'm not sure if the cards are actually shuffled properly, but in either case, they're shuffled down. So we're going to the next spawn over here. Grab another one. Relatives. But we are in the blue, and it does say nothing, so we are safe. Now, the third spawn, which is right here, it's another relative card. They seem to like to stick together, but we're in blue, so nothing happens. We are safe for the time being, but next round, if we don't board these 2 up here, those fatties are going to be able to get in, and we don't want that. So now we are going on to round number 2, and first player switches to Judy. Now, I just want to say that I'm not going to record every single thing. I don't want the video to be too long, so I'm going to play it off camera a little bit, and when something happens, I'll be back and I will show it to everybody. Before I start playing off camera, one thing I totally forgot was to activate Judy in the first round. So I'm going to do her before we say that the round is over. Anyhow, yeah, I got to do it because Judy had nothing to do yet. So that's not a good thing. So I think what Judy is going to do is search for her first action. So she grabs, oh no, set a relative in the zone in the discard this card. That it says Karen, poor baby. Yeah, poor baby, all right. So we're going to grab Karen and put her in Judy. Now, unfortunately, because that happened, all the survivors in Zombicide mode now get transferred over to black and white mode, which is Romero mode. What happens when you switch over to Romero mode? You have limited abilities that you can do. So we're still all in blue, so they don't have any abilities they can do. But that was Judy's first action. So her second action, she has a claw hammer, so she's going to try to take out that relative. Because once that relative is killed, whoever was in Zombicide mode and gets switched to Romero will go back to Zombicide mode. So now Judy is going to take a whack. And she's using the claw hammer. It's range 0. She's definitely within range 0. She rolls 1 dice and she has to get a 4+. Here we go. Second action, 4+. She gets a 5. So because of that, she gets 1 XP and that relative is deado. Oh, Karen, you poor baby. She just sunk the claws of that claw hammer into poor Karen's head and totally destroyed her. So, because of that, like I said, Judy's getting an XP, number 1. And then not both, but Helen gets switched back over to Zombicide mode. Harry gets switched back to Zombicide mode. My arm's in the way, sorry about that. And Tom is also getting switched back to Zombicide mode, which is really handy dandy. So we're just gonna have to replace them again. Boop boop. And you can't really see this on camera because they are off camera kind of, but all I'm doing is just switching them back and crossing camera, which is a bad thing. Okay, so that was her second action. She killed them, but there's something else too. So this is gonna be a spoiler alert, And that, spoiler alert, is this special card that you do get. I want to say do get, I mean this one here. Let me get it in focus for everybody. And where it does state on there too as well that the first survivor to kill a relative ghoul. Well, I'm kind of reading it sideways. Let me see, get on camera. There we go. So the first survivor to kill a relative ghoul gets this card. Then the survivor may rearrange their inventory for free. So let's flip it over and see what it is. Oh, she killed Karen, so she got Karen's Trowel. It's a melee weapon, 5 dice, plus 5 to hit, its power of 2, so she can hopefully get rid of them fatties. I'm not even on camera there. And this survivor cannot switch back to Romero mode. So she is going to go into Zombicide mode and she cannot switch back. That is a very powerful card. Judy switches. There you go, Judy. But now, no matter what, she cannot switch back to Romero mode. She is in the rest of this game as a Zombicide survivor. I was going to say Zombiver, but the thing is she's not a zombie because that's a different Zombicide game. But anyhow, excuse me, that was her second action. And also too as well for her third action, what should she do? What should she do? I think she's just going to chill out there. Actually, she should probably make her way over to where the fatties are going to come up because she's the only one that has a power weapon. So her third action, she's going over and that ends her activation. And then we would do the zombies. But originally, she was supposed to went before these fatties come out. So maybe I won't do that. I'll just play fair and I'll leave her exactly where she is. And that is it. So we're on to the next round. Starting off the new round, we have to start with Judy again because originally it was Barbara and now it's on the new round, so Judy is the new first player. So what's she going to do here? So Judy has that really good Karen's Trowel. I think she's going to do a house search first just to see if maybe she can get something good. And she got a scope. So this scope, discard along with the Winchester 984, the survivor receives a scoped Winchester. It may be used in the backpack. So she's going to just put it in her backpack. She don't have any ranged weapons right now. And got to remember that Helen has the Winchester right now. But we still have to try to give it to both Ben and Judy because then this is the starting item. If they pick it up, they are able to, because the scenario is they can go into Zombicide mode and then that will help it. So we want to get everybody into Zombicide mode because of other relatives that will switch and anyhow, it's a long thing, but let's do it. So that was her first action. Second action, she's going to go in the room here and she is going to ask Helen politely while holding Karen's trowel for that Winchester, but Helen's a nice lady. She's like, you know what? Yeah, you can have that, no problem. So she picked it up. And she's doing a inventory reorganized by taking the claw hammer, putting it in her backpack, and putting the Winchester. Now, because she's put the Winchester, that means that she is also going to be switching over to her Zombicide mode, which she's already in because of the trowel. So anyhow, she's just going to stay like that. But she's also now going to combine the Winchester 90. Oh no, she don't want to do that yet. Because Ben needs to get it, and so does Barbara to become in Zombicide mode. So that was her second action. And her third action, and because she is right with Helen, but Helen got no wood to board up, and neither does Judy. Oh, poor Judy. I think she's just going to... Actually, Judy's going to pick up this one for her third action. And that ends her turn. So now we're on to Ben. So Ben needs to do a couple of things there. He unfortunately does not have any wood, and he needs to try to get over to Judy to get that Winchester. Yeah, I think that will work. So Ben, he's not on camera, but he's right here. He's going to go for one action, two action, He's going to be right close with Judy, and he's going to ask politely for Judy to give the Winchester. So Judy is giving both the Winchester and the scope to Ben. Ben's very happy with that. And in return, he's giving Judy plenty of shells. You don't have to give her anything. You can trade everything for nothing or what have you. It's in the book, it says that. But anyhow, Ben is switching over now because he has the Winchester and he is switching to Zombicide mode. So Ben is going to be switched out. +2 as well because he has a scope and the Winchester 94. Actually, no, he can't do that yet because Barbara didn't switch over. So, see, I'm getting ahead of myself. So, that was like, he was here, it went 1, 2, and that was his third action. That ends Ben's turn. And then we're on to Tommy's turn. On Tommy's turn, he's going to barricade up. I was going to stop recording and play off camera and, you know, just show when something big happens. But this is a lot of interaction where I'm switching the characters over from Romero Mode to Zombicide Mode, doing Barricades. So it's important to get this part captured. I apologize if the video is going to be a little long, but hopefully it's not because I'm going to start cutting down playing off camera a little bit after I get everybody in Romero Mode, or Zombicide Mode, which is not going to be too long after that. So that was his first action. He dropped the barricade up, and because Tommy did that, it does say into the special rules he goes up 5 XP for doing that, so he's got 5 XP. Well, 2 more and he's going to be in the yellow, and that can be some problematic stuff, so we don't want to try to do that. So that was his first action. Second action, he is going to go for 2, and then he's going to pick up some more wooden debris again so that he's able to barricade on his next turn, or somebody can take it. But now that is Tommy's turn. He is done. Harry's turn. Harry don't know what he's doing. He's jumping up and down like, what am I going to do? He's first going to do a search. So Harry does a search and he gets plenty of shells. That's not really that good for Harry because he's got no shotgun or anything. But he may be able to do some stuff. So that's his first action. Oh, his second action, I think he's actually just going to do the one action and chill because nobody is guarding these open windows. Harry needs to be there just in case so he could take a whack with the crowbar and see if he can do some damage. So that ends Harry's turn, and then we're on to Helen's turn. And we know where Helen is. She's right back here. Woohoo! On Helen's turn, she is going to move for 1. And there's that door there that is on the stairs to the upstairs. She's clearing that door debris out for 2. So I'm just going to flip this over and place it like so. But remember, there's still a corpse there that you have to spend 2 actions to clear. That was her second action. She don't have any wood right now. And she may just do a search there for her third action, I think. Let's see what she gets. Hopefully it's not going to be poor Karen. She's got another plenty of shells. Well, she never had one before, but we're seeing a lot of plenty of shells. So if we find some shotguns, we're going to be in some pretty good shape. Anyhow, so that ends her turn. She's over and done with. So now we're on to Barbara's turn before we go to the zombies. For Barbara's turn, it's very simple what she is going to do. Barbara is spending 1 action to go here, second action to go up to Ben, and the third action she is going to... Oh no, that's probably not a good idea to do because them fatties are going to be in the house. No, we got to get everybody in Zombicide mode first. So her third action, she's going to ask Ben for the Winchester 94. And Ben is happy. He's so happy to see Barbara. He's like, hey, yeah, you can take the Winchester 94 and you can take the scope as well. So because Barbara is picking up the Winchester 94, She is going to go into Zombicide mode finally. So let's switch her out to there. And on top of that, she's going to combine, because it is for free, she's going to combine the Winchester 94 with the scope so that she can get the scoped Winchester so she can pick and choose her shots. But that is the third activation. So she's done. And now we're on to the zombie activation. And ghouls activation, not zombies. After we do this zombie activation, or ghoul activation, then I'm just going to start playing off camera until something happens. But first we got to do the movement. So these ghouls can move through the windows. Just like so. So we have some ghouls in the house now, and they're powerhouses, they're tanks. Very scary. So now we're going to have to do the zombie spawn, and we're starting off with the white one, which is kind of over here where the fatties come in. So we got, we're in the blue still, so we get one breaker. So one breaker is going to start right here. Now we go up to the second one right here, and we are going to be spawning another breaker. Oh, these breakers are just driving me bonkers. And the last but not least, the spawn, which is over here. And it is 3 more fatties. All right, so I'm gonna do that very quickly. I'm not happy with this because that's, you know, like, why are all the fatties coming out of the woodworks right now? So they are going to the spawn. I'm kind of hitting these all over the place. So anyhow, I'm gonna put these on the board. Here we go. Now, it is on to the next activation, so we'll be back when something big happens. On one of Ben's action, he actually moved up. Actually, no, Ben, he cleared some rubble that was here, so he has it. And onto Tommy's turn, he spent 2 actions to remove the body that was there. And just to signify that, I just took the stairs token and took it off just as a reminder so I don't forget. And that took 2 actions to do that. So for Tom's third and final action, he is going to search the special deck of range, because he is in Zombicide mode, and he gets, an M37 pump shotgun. That is good, and it's a power 2 weapon, so that's going to be really good for Tom, for the simple fact that he can start destroying some of them fatties, but that ends his activation. Here he's opening the door for 1 action, going in for 2. He's in Zombicide mode, so he's going to search this special deck to see what he can find here for melee. Oh boy, he's got a chainsaw. This here is a melee, 0 range, 5 dice, 5+ hit, and it's a power of 2. So he's going to be able to do some hacking and slashing to them fatties as well. Helen's turn. First thing she's going to do is she's going to do a trade action and give Tom, who has the shotgun now that takes shells, a pump action shotgun, there are plenty of shells because it's always important for Tom to have something like that. That's her first action. Her second action is to move up to this zone, because I'm going to treat the stairs here as a separate zone, even though it's on the same tile. It's just easier that way. And she's just going to do a search for a special range tool as well. And she got the 94 Winchester. It's got some special wording on the bottom of this. It says, discard along with the scope. The survivor receives a scoped Winchester. Oh, that would be so nice to have. But anyhow, it's a 1 to 3 range, 1 die, 3+, 1 power weapon. That's actually a pretty good weapon. Whew, boy. And I think she's going to just go back down, and she's going to stay there, and that ends Helen's activation. Barbara's turn. She moved up here for 2, because she was 2 zones away, so she moved up, and it's an open window, so she's going to try to shoot this breaker and see if she can kill the breaker, because she has the scoped Winchester, and it's 1 die, 3+. So let's see if she can do this. No, her third action, she missed, unfortunately. Uh-oh, very bad. Judy's turn. She's going to stay where she is, and she's going to do a search in the house deck. And that will give her boards. So she's not wasting any time at all because she's just changing them in to get some boards, more boards. So now she has enough for to board up 2 windows. That was her first action. Her second action is she is going to board up a window. So she's going to board up that second window right here, and then she's going to go up her 5 XP. So that she's teetering on getting into the yellow now because she's sitting at 6 as well. So that was 2 actions. Her third action, I think she's going to stay where she is because she does have that trowel, and it's a power 2 weapon, so she can kill them fatties if they manage to get in there if a breaker comes along. So we're going to stop there. That is in the next round. We're continuing on. We did all the zombie movement and activation. As you can see, breaker come in, 3 more walkers are here. We had this breaker that moved into the area, and the fatties, they were here, but they moved up 1 because there's more of the players right here, so they would obviously start moving around to get at them. And when we drew the cards, like I said, 3 zombies here, ghouls, ghoul walkers, and the other 2 were relatives, but we're still in the blue. So because we're in the blue, nothing else happens because the 2 relative cards said nothing, and we're continuing on the battle. First player token is now to Tom, or Tommy, whatever way you want to call him. And we got to decide what Tom is going to do. So he is right here. He could search here again to see if he gets a nice range weapon, but he already has the shotgun, the M37 pump action, and plenty of shells. And you can see that there's walkers, the ghouls are coming in, so Tommy has to make a critical decision here because Tommy is teetering at 5. They're going to be close. They're just making their way around. So I'm thinking what Tommy is going to, instead of searching, he's going to go over here to offer assistance because I know Barbara's going to do something too as well on her turn. So he's going to concentrate and try to shoot at these fatties right here. And he gets 2 dice, 4+ to kill. And he's also got plenty of ammo. So, whoops, 2 dice, 4 to kill. He got 1. 1 is dead, but he's going to re-roll this one. 6, so 2 of them are dead. So he goes up 2 experience points, which means we are now in the yellow. So Tommy gets +1 action. Doo-doo-doo, beep, 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 beep. Good job, Tommy. Whoops, knocking everything down. I'm just wrecking everything. All right. So that was still 2 actions because he shot. He can't search because it is occupied, but he's in the yellow. He gets a +1 action. So Tommy's going to shoot again. Now I'm just wondering about this. You may reroll once all attacks with shell weapons. The new result. Let me reroll once. So if I shoot again, I get to reroll again. So I'm going to try to shoot here. And also the breaker too as well. Now, the pump action is 0 to 1 range. And unfortunately, I'm not doing a melee attack. I'm actually doing a range attack. So Barbara might get hit here if I make a miss. But I got the re-roll in case. So just be careful. Tom's going to do it anyhow. We got to try to get this show on the road. So need 4s again. So I got a 2 and a 4. So 1 is going to die, and you have to go through a hierarchy, which is on the back of the book, and it's the fatties. Whoops, so that fatty is dead. Tommy's going up again 1 more point, but I get to do a re-roll. See if I get a 4 higher, then this breaker is gone too as well. And it is a 4, so that breaker is gone. It is toasted too, so then Tommy's at 9 for experience points. Because he moved in, he shot, and then he shot. That's his 3 actions. He's got 1 more action. The zone is clear now, so he can do a search. And he certainly is going to do a search. And he gets boards. And he's going to just change it in right away to get 1 of the board tokens. So now Tommy has 2 board tokens. He should have actually, for his third action, instead of search, boarded up, but I didn't realize he had the board tokens. Anyhow, that is Tommy's turn is finished. I'm going to continue playing. On Harry's turn, he was into the linen cabinet, I guess, or, you know, cold storage. Anyhow, he moved 2. Now he's going to try to take up this breaker. It's a little bit of an overkill if he fails. There's something wrong with Harry, but he's going to use his chainsaw. And he's going to try to chop him up into little pieces with 5 dice. He needs 5s, and it's a power 2 weapon. You can do this, Harry. I know you can. And he definitely gets it. Look at that. So that breaker is good. Bye-bye. And Harry gets 1 XP finally. And that is his 3 actions he is done of his turn. We're on Helen's turn. Now, I did say we were going to treat this as an extra zone, but looking at this, there's nothing there. It just shows stairs. So I'm thinking it's just going to be still the same zone. I would like to know your comments on this, that if you treat the stairs to go upstairs as a second zone, please let me know. But right now, as I said, I'm just changing it to fix it up. So this is 1 zone right here because it makes sense after looking at the design on the board. But anyhow, Helen is first action. She's going to do a search. Oh, look what she got. She got an Uzi. Nice, nice, Helen. So she's got 5 dice. You know what? She's going to change that out for the Winchester 94 because she gets to do a free rearrange. And she's just putting the Winchester 94 in her backpack. So that was 1 action. She don't have a power 2 weapon, unfortunately. And she don't have any build things. Excuse me. So I'm thinking what Helen is going to do is go here for her second action. Now, Barbara has 2. And so does Tom, actually. I'm thinking for her third action, she's going to take one of these the board tokens and keep it with her for her third action, just to be safe. And that ends her activation. On to Barbara's turn. So we are in the yellow now. There's sense of it's senseless just to do nothing. So Barbara's going to board up one of the windows, and she gets 5 XP for doing that. So now she is at 5. And for her second action, she's going to search the house deck. And she gets boards again. We're lucky with that. So she is just going to exchange it right away. And for her third action and final action, she's going to board up yet again. And she gets 5 more XP. So now, she's in the yellow too as well. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And that ends her. Actually, no, she's in the yellow. She gets 1 more activation because she gets a +1 action. What is she going to do? Because she's got a scoped Winchester and the table leg. But who got the canister to flame? Oh, it is Harry. So her third and final action, she's going to go here just so that Harry's down below. He's off camera. He's right here. Because she wants to get a flaming table leg too as well. So then they'll be really good. They'll be equipped for hopefully anything that comes at them. Woohoo, we'll see though. On to Judy's turn. She's going to go for 1. She has some boards, so she's going to spend her second action to barricade one of the windows, and she goes up 5 XP. So now she is in the yellow. She's going to have a +1 action as well. So that's not bad at all. If you're clicking, I'm just moving the XP counter up. So she moved, she barricaded, that's 2. She got 2 more actions left. And Judy's got that trowel, but it'd be a good idea to have like a range weapon for her too as well. So I'm thinking what she's going to do is her third action is going to be there. Let's move the camera up a bit. And her fourth action is she's going to go there. So she's preparing to search that range deck on her next turn. We're on the Ben's turn, and he already has his flashlight from a previous turn. And this flashlight, just like the other Zombicide games, draw 2 cards, may be used in your backpack. So the first thing he's going to do is search these 2, because he gets 2 cards. It don't matter what it is. And he's got another shotgun, a pump action, and he also got a sawed-off shotgun. One is reload, one is not. The sawed-off shotgun is dual wielding though, and it says reload. Discard along with a machete. The survivor receives a Maz shotgun. Oh, he don't have that, but that's really powerful. I'm not sure which one. He's gonna take this one, the power 2. He's gonna take the pump 2 as well. Well, no, it doesn't say you pick 2 and then discard 1, so he can keep this in his backpack, which he's going to do. That's pretty good. So that was Ben's first turn. He has some wood too as well. He needs to make it down. So that was 1, 2. He's going to go here for 2. And for the third one, he's just going to go in here. And that ends Ben's turn as well. And then we're on to the zombies. I'll be back after we do all of that. After all is said and done, and we did all the zombie movements and spawning them, you can see in this zone it's starting to get crowded. The three walker ghouls moved in, and we got 5 walkers here. Very bad. 5 walkers here. There must be a hospital that is close, because a lot of these ghouls are coming wearing hospital gowns, as you can see. I kind of forgot the train of thought there. And here you see the fatties move down, because now this is the area where there's more of the heroes than anything else. So they're going to start trying to make their way around this way. Actually, they can't go that way because of this, but they're dumb. They don't know where they're going. And we also got 5 more. So it went from hospital wearing gown ghouls to a completely naked walker ghoul right there. Whew. Anyhow, and now the first player token is going to be switched automatically, so it is Harry's first turn. First turn. I'm trying to pause the camera, that's why I kept quiet, but it didn't work. There we go. Harry's first turn. First action that Harry is going to do is he is going to give Barbara the flammable fluid. So now Barbara has flammable fluid, and Barbara has a table leg. So Barbara's on her turn is going to be able to combine it to get a torch, which is table leg on fire. But that is Harry's first turn. Doors are open. You can see here though that the zombie ghouls are there, so Harry's going to have to try to do some damage here. And luckily he has a chainsaw, so it is at range 0. It is a melee weapon, and you don't have to follow hierarchy or, you know, like priority. If you roll blanks, you'll hit one of your survivors. That don't work because it is a melee. So 5 dice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to roll them and need 5 pluses. It's a power of 2. So that's 1, 5, 1, 5. So that takes out 2 of the ghouls and gives Harry 2 XP. So Harry is now up to 3. And he is now going to, because that was his first action, was giving Barbara that. Second action, he attacked the ghouls. Third action, he is going to try to kill this other ghoul. And I needed 5s, and I didn't get one for my third action. That's a bad thing, Harry. You did not do anything, and you're still in the blue and you only have taunt. Oh, what is he gonna do? He don't have slippery, so he's gonna stay there, and that's all of Harry's activation. We're on to the next one, which is gonna be Helen. On Helen's turn, she notices that there's a ghoul walker in the house, and she do not like that. She is in the blue still. She has 1 free search action, but Helen's gonna go whoop for 1 action. Her second action, she don't want to open up with the Uzi because she could potentially shoot her friends, her newfound friends, and her husband. Well, it wouldn't be so bad if she shot her husband, she's probably thinking. So she's gonna use her flaming torch, It is 2 dice, and I have to get a 3+. It is power of 2. So 3+, definitely goodbye to that. And Helen goes up 1 point of XP. So that just means that she moved, she attacked, she has 1 more action left, and she's going to do a search, and then she's going to do a free search action. So this is for her search first, because she don't really need anything better. Oh, but look at that. Yeah, Karen comes back again. Like, Karen, why are you doing this to us? But this time it's not going to be Karen. It's actually going to be Johnny. Whoa. So since he is there, unfortunately, that means that everybody on the board, except for Judy, because she has Karen's trowel, goes to Romero Mode. Staying in the same position with the camera, that is, we're on to Barbara's turn. Now, Barbara, because she's in yellow, on her Romero side, she has Slippery. So Slippery means that she could pretty much leave a zone that has many walkers, relatives, fatties, don't matter. She could leave it. But she's not going to do that, because if she moves back and shoots, or moves over there and shoots, she could chance that she might hurt one of her newfound friends. So she don't want to do that. But again, Harry don't seem to be liked by anybody. She wouldn't care if Harry gets shot. But she's going to stay where she is. She's going to use her table leg instead. 1 dice, she needs a +4. Actually, before she does that, Barbara has the flammable fluid that Harry had given her. So because of that, she's going to trade it out to get the torch, which is a power of 2. It's 2 dice and it's a +3. So she may be lucky and kill it relative. And if she does, everybody's switching back to Zombicide mode. So 2 4s. All she needed was a 3+. She definitely did that. So that relative is bye-bye. She goes up 1 more XP. Switches. Everybody is switching back to Romero mode. And that was only for Barbara's first action. Barbara's second action, she's going to do a search. Hopefully find some wood. But no, she finds a flashlight. But that gives her, when she searches, she draws 2 cards. That was her second action. She can't search again, unfortunately. Just wondering. Well, she should probably go over to the other place just to kind of cover it. So she's going to go for her third action, because she hit, killed, searched, move is her third, and she's in yellow, so she does have 1 more action. She really can't do much of anything, so she's just gonna stay. Actually, she's gonna move again. You can't see it on camera. She's over here. Let me move the camera a little bit. There we go. So for her fourth action, she's going to go in here, because she's going to get a better melee weapon next time round. That ends Barbara's. Now we're on to Judy's. Judy's first action that she's going to do, because she only really has the Karen's trawl and a claw hammer, but she's going to do a search for her first action. And she gets a Smith & Wesson Model 10. It's not a bad gun, I guess. Because you can see there, it's 1 die, 3+, it's a power of 1. So she's going to have that, because she does need a range weapon. That was her first action. Second action, because she don't have any planks or anything, but she already did a search, so she can't search twice. Her second action, she is going to go down here for 2. And for her third action, she's going to go over across there. You didn't really see that, unfortunately, because I didn't have the camera framed properly, but just so I can, she moved there, and then she moved there. And that is where she's staying, and that ends her activation. We're on to Ben's activation. Ben's first activation, because he has some boards, he's definitely going to block this window off. Second action, he's going to do a search. Ooh, he's got a meat hook. Shove. This skill works even if the meat hook is in the backpack. So he gained shove. That's actually pretty good. He should put this in his backpack. Oh, Ben has a flashlight, so he's able to grab 2 when he does the search. Oh, boards, just what I was looking for. So Ben's not going to waste any time. He's actually going to convert that over for his second action, because he was here, board up, he searched for his second action. His third action is he's going to board up again right there, and Ben is in to the blue still. So because he's in the blue, he can't really do anything else, but he's going to have that meat hook, and he's going to keep it in his backpack, and that ends Ben's. Oh no, wait a minute, he boarded, so he gets 5 XP, and then he did it again, so he's really at 10. Can't do math. So because of that, he get +1 activation. So he can do one more thing. See, he's worried about these guys coming in. He has a really good gun, so I'm thinking he's going to bypass his 4th activation and just stay there on guard just to be safe. On to the last activation, which is Tommy. So Tommy is going to go 1. He has some boards with him. So his second activation, Tommy is going to board up this one. So he gets 5 more XP. So it brings him to 14. And for his, so he was here, he did 1, 2 built, 3, he's going to build again because he has 1 more. So he's going up 5 more XP. Oh boy, and that brings him to the orange. So now we're 19. That's where Tommy is. So he has a choice of either a +1 free melee action or a +1 free range action. And I'm going to take the range for Tommy because he does have that really good pump shotgun, and it is 0 to 1. So range it's going to be. All right. So that is the end of Tommy's activation. Now we're on to the ghouls, and we'll be back after we do that. After all the ghouls activation and spawning has happened, you can see the board is looking a little more crowded. So in this here we had 5 more ghouls. Here we have 5 more ghouls, and here we had 5 breakers, because we are in the orange, and that is not a good thing at all. Very, very bad. It looked like we were, because all we had to do was kind of board up this 1 more spot, because if we really look at it, these 2 are boarded, these 2 are boarded, these 3 are boarded, 4 actually, and this one's boarded. We'll need to board 2 more up. And I don't think we really have much in the lines of board. We have 1 left. Helen got 1 board, but other than that, there's no other ones. And this is going to be scary because we only needed 2 left to win this game. So hopefully this turn we'll manage to do it, because we all really just have to come over here and then try to do a search and board. And that's what we're going to try to do. Let's continue on. It is Helen's turn. So she's going to go 1 action. She is the only one that has a board. Her second action, she's going to throw down to block the window off, and she goes up 5 XP. So she is still only at 6 XP because she was at 1 and then she went up 5 more. So now she's teetering on to getting yellow. So that was her second action. Her third action is she's going to do a search out of the search deck. And she gets plenty of bullets. That's pretty good. She does have an Uzi. And because of the Uzi, then she's going to just be able to re-roll the 5 dice or the ones that she missed. So that was her second action. Her third action, I think, is she's just going to stay where she is. And that's going to be it. So that's her turn. And now we are going on to go to Barbara's turn. And Barbara, which is right here, Barbara's got the flashlight, but if she searches here now, she could risk not getting boards. Well, if she searches there, she's not going to get bored because they're going to be melee. So she's going to go out for 1, and she's going to search. She gets 2 cards because Barbara has a flash. I'm just seeing if she's on camera. She's barely on camera. So there's 2 cards, and she gets 2 mason jars. Oh, Barbara. And, oh, Barbara has flammable fluid. So this is really good, because what means is she's going to combine this out to get a Molotov. So the flammable fluid gets discarded along with the mason jar, and she's going to get the special Molotov cocktail. Barbara still has 2 actions left. So I'm thinking what Barbara's going to do, just to be safe, is she's that don't count as moving. This is all one zone, but she moseyed up to here, and for her 3rd action, she's opening the door. Uh-oh. But for her 4th action, she is going to use her Molotov cocktail. Boop, 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 boop. And she is throwing it here. It is range 1 away, and it kills everything. And if there's a spawn zone, you can move it somewhere else. But there's no other spawn zone in this zone. So she's going to get a lot of points here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 XP for wiping out that entire zone. Good job, Barbara. Because Barbara destroyed them and she got 8 XP, she's actually a 19 in the orange now. So because she is 19, she gets to choose one more skill. Too bad it was another search, because then she could search to hopefully get another thing of wood. But she don't choose between +1 free combat action or +1 free move action. And I'm thinking it's going to be the combat action, because right now this is the only window left that has to be boarded up. So we're just going to keep it like that, which is fine. We're going to leave it like that. So now we're going on to Judy's turn. Judy is already in the space, so she's going to do a search for her 1st action. And with Judy, she don't have any flashlight or anything, so it's only 1 card. Oh, Karen again. This is not a good thing. Oh, crap. Karen, why do you do this to me? Why? Why? So we had Johnny show up, we had Karen show up, so now we're going to have Helen's show up, which is right there. Oh, this is no good. So because of that, they have to be all switched now to Romero Mode. She's in the yellow, so I'm just going to see what Judy's yellow is. I think it's Slip. No, it's Sniper. But in either case, don't make a difference, because she's got Karen's trowel. I'm not going to put them all in Romero Mode yet, because she may just kill her now, and then they'll all go back if that's the case. So 2, 3, 5 dice, 5+ for her 2nd action. She kills easily. So they'd all switch back to Romero Mode. Took care of that relative pretty darn quick. So that was her 2nd action, because she searched for 1. 2nd one is that she killed. Her 3rd one, I gotta actually give her an XP. That will bring her to 12, so she's still in the yellow, the caution. Her 3rd and 4th, I think she's gonna bypass and just kind of stay where she is. But I don't know, because the thing is there are breakers here, and this is what we got to be careful of. So I'm thinking what Judy's going to do, actually, she's going to move up for 1 and stay there and just forfeit her 4th action, because she's going to stay there, because if they break this open, then she's got 5 dice, because she has her, on her next turn, she got Karen's trowel. So we're going to stop Judy there, and we're going on to Ben's turn now. With Ben, he's got a flashlight, so he's definitely going to move over here for 1 action. He's going to do a search, so you get 2 search cards from the house deck for searching flammable fluid. He don't really need that, because he does have the boards, which he's going to definitely exchange for free right away. And that means something right there. So he's got that. He's going to board up this here. And that wins us the game. Because if you look, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have boarded everything up. I'll get a wider shot of the board so everybody knows, and we'll do our closing. Wider shot. So now we can see where all of the windows are all boarded up. Oh, actually, you know what? They're boarded up, but the door is still open, because Judy didn't close that, but Ben with his other action, he obviously would close it and it would still win the game. So that's good. Actually, no, wrong one, sorry. It's this one would be closed, the door. Because Judy opened it to throw the Molotov out there. But anyhow, we did win the game. So just to recap, we had the board up all the windows. 1 window, 2 window, 3 window, 4 window, 5 window, 6 window, 7 window, 8 window, 9 window, 10 window, 11 windows. So, oh, wait a minute. No, that was supposed to be there. My bad. That's the door. I guess. No, the light's shining through there. So we'll just leave it like it was. Don't really make a difference because it was boarded up anyhow. And we just beat Night of the Living Dead. But this was only the first scenario. And it wasn't played on easy mode. It wasn't played on hardcore mode. It was kind of in between because I had all the cards together. And I got some more unwanted ghouls than what I wanted. Well, I didn't want any ghouls at all, but I did get some. But yeah, it's done. We actually finished it, which is great. I really, really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It's a nice change to Zombicide. I do find that it could possibly be maybe a little bit easier than Zombicide. But again, I'm only playing with myself. I'm only playing against myself using all the recommended characters. We'll see in the next video, because the next video we're going to do is going to be scenario 2. Is there a key? And pretty much just like in the movie, we got to find the keys to unlock the gas pumps that are out back that Ben's seen originally, and that's why I came to this house, the farmhouse. So that's going to be our next episode. Hope you enjoyed this playthrough. Hopefully I didn't screw up the rules. If I did by chance, please comment below, timestamp the video, and let me know what page number it is into the rule book. It is a small rule book. Let me know what page number it is and give a brief explanation of what I did wrong and what I should have done instead. And we'll continue on from there. So I hope you enjoyed this playthrough, the very first playthrough on our channel of Night of the Living Dead by Cool Mini or Not, Guillotine Games, and MH10. It is a Zombicide game after all. We have ghouls, really fun. I'm liking Cool Mini or Not putting out all these games because I don't think I really played a Cool Mini or Not game that I did not like. Keep going, Cool Mini or Not, great job. So we'll see you next time. Have fun, play some games, but most importantly of all, and that is be a maniac while you kill some ghouls. And even if you don't kill some ghouls, be a maniac to the very end. And we'll see you next time in the next video. Bye-bye. Boo.
Hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to keep up to date with Board Game Maniacs, click on the like and subscribe button to be notified when more videos come available. If you want to become an official sponsor of Board Game Maniacs, go to patreon.com/BoardGameManiacs. Or you can go to streamlabs.com/BoardGameManiacs1. That's right, and you can donate to help keep the lights on, keep food in our bellies, and play more games. We'll purchase more games, more equipment to make Board Game Maniacs evolve and get bigger and larger. Because of you, the viewers, I thank you from the bottom of my toes to the top of my head for all of your support. And until next time, Board Game Maniacs, be a maniac.